Hi guys, this is me awkwardly posing, trying to show you the makeup that I did today using samples from my So Choix boxes. I have two of them plus a curated blue eyeshadow box. Okay, so this foundation is the Remarkable foundation by Marc Jacobs. The first time I used this, I used way too much, so I'm trying to put on just like the smallest amount using my J manual brush to blend it in. You guys, this foundation is super high coverage. It's kind of amazing. I really did love this sample. I've only worn it a couple of times, but I'm telling you, it's amazing. Okay, do you see what great coverage I'm getting from those tiny little dots that I put on? Of course, I always need extra coverage around my nose. I have allergies, so I'm always blowing my nose, and I get these marks from wearing my glasses. Ugh, I'm telling you. I was amazed at the coverage. And it just sits so beautifully on your skin. Yeah, that's me rocking it. Okay, so I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Very Fair, not a sample. I actually really like this concealer. It's very hydrating and it's not too crazy. You know, you get good coverage, but it's not like intense coverage. I love that J manual brush. I'm not even kidding. I use it all the time. I used to be a die-hard beauty blender person, especially for my concealer, but since I got this brush, I just love that I can flip it back and forth to blend out my concealer and my foundation, obviously, and it just works so beautifully. I love it so much. Okay, so this is NARS Light Reflecting Loose Setting Powder. The sample of this was really tiny, and so it was hard to get enough product, but I don't know. It's hard to say if I liked it or not, honestly, because it was really hard to use in the way that I think I would normally have used this. As a setting powder, I think that it worked fine. It didn't really seem too drying or to settle into my wrinkles, that kind of a thing. I did one side with my sponge and then the other side with a brush just to kind of see if there was a difference in application. Normally I use my sponge more to like bake and a brush just to loosely set, and so, you know, I just wanted to try it both ways. It honestly didn't look any different as far as I could tell. Okay, so this is the Curated box that I was telling you about that was all blue eyeshadows, except for one. They threw one bone-colored eyeshadow in there. Okay, so the first color that I'm going to use, that wonderful light blue, is from Giorgio Armani. It is Eyes to Kill Shadow in number 19 Sky Satin. That is a perfect name for it because it's a beautiful sky blue and it is a bit shimmery. I am obsessed with that color. It's almost periwinkle, I want to say, because it's, I don't know, just that shade of blue, but the glitter in it, I can't even describe it, you guys. It's a beautiful freaking eyeshadow. And then that darker color that I am putting on in my crease is from Bobbi Brown. This is Rich Navy. And this is a matte shadow, I think. It's hard to tell, honestly. I think I might have gotten some shimmer in it. But it's a really beautiful navy color. And all of these eyeshadows in this little kit are just so nice. They blend out so beautifully. They're so pigmented. You know, this is a nice quality sample kit. I actually really liked this one. In fact, I actually ended up canceling my So Choix subscription after these boxes. I just felt like the samples weren't what I wanted them to be. And I don't know if something changed or if it was just me feeling like, you know, it's not worth it. Because at first, I don't know, I really loved the idea of picking my own samples and trying the things that I wanted to try. And with some of the things, you do get a decent size sample, but with a lot of other things, you really don't. You get like one use and you're going, okay, well, that kind of sucked, you know? So, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of the equivalent of foil packets from Birchbox or Ipsy, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I ended up canceling. Okay, so this, the one light shade in there is from Kevyn Aucoin, and this is in the shade Light Bone. I love this shadow. It is such a beautiful, first of all, the color is very nice. You know, it's bright, but it's not white. It's still a nice cream, and it's pigmented, but not overly so. It's the perfect shade for me and my skin tone. And I love it. Of course, it's Kevyn Aucoin, and I think it's amazing. Okay, so that shade that I'm dipping into right there is actually a really glittery, shimmery one, and this is from Estee Lauder, and this is in the color Blue Fury, and it is super pretty. It's kind of like a navy with a lighter blue shimmer to it. You can't really tell how shimmery it is in this video for some reason. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going back over it with that same Giorgio Armani Sky Satin, the light blue, to just amp up that bright blue color. And of course, just blending, blending, blending. I'm also dancing quite a bit. Yes, I was listening to music. Okay, so this eyeliner is from Gucci. This is an eye pencil in Iconic Ottanio. I don't know what the heck it is. But anyway, it was so dry and hard to use. I am not even kidding. It was like scratching my eyelid. And I don't know if that, I am assuming that that is because of the sample I was given, because it had dried out and it was the very last tiny bit of the pencil kind of a thing. So I couldn't even sharpen it or anything. And it was basically unusable. I mean, you can see me struggling with it, trying to get it on my eye, pulling my eye tight because it was just, I'm not even kidding, it was like scratching my eyelid. It is a super pretty color though. It's like this wonderful bright kind of almost tealy blue. I mean, you can kind of see the color there, but it wasn't worth it. I tried and tried and I couldn't deal. At this point, I'm just trying to get as much eyeliner on my eye as possible so that the colors match. Ugh, it was miserable. Miserable, I tell you. Okay, so now I'm going in with Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill Shadow in Matte Navy. It's basically just to add like a liner to my eyes, a smudgy liner. That's my favorite smudging brush from Sephora. I love it. I've talked about it a million times. They actually stopped making it. They replaced it with another one that I just don't think is as good as this one. Okay, so this color is NARS Dual Intensity Eyeshadow in Lysithea, I think that's how you say it. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this shadow. I have worn this on its own just as like a one shadow look all over my eyes. It is such a beautiful silver shadow. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. This one I might end up buying because it's just so beautiful. Anyway, here I'm just putting it under my eyes just to complement that blue. The blush I'm using is Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the color Seduce. It's such a pretty color. It's kind of a mauve-y tone, and I love it. I love it so much. It goes really nicely with my skin tone. And it went really pretty with this eye look, I thought. But then just to amp up the color a bit, I'm going to add some Clinique Cheek Pop blush in the color Berry Pop. This blush is seriously intense. It is very pigmented, but very pretty. And I just put it on the apples of my cheeks just to add a bit more color. Just throwing in some Gimme Brow, my usual brow gel. This is a sample of Sephora mascara that I actually got in, I think, the Sephora Play box. Yeah, it must have been. And this mascara is fantastic. I mean, all I have is this sample so far, but I'm telling you, I love this mascara. Every time I wear it, my lashes look amazing. This is a MAC lip pencil in the color Whirl. Obviously not a sample. This is a longtime favorite of mine. And then I'm topping that off with MAC Half and Half, my all-time favorite nude color. Okay, so these are some other samples that I got that I didn't use, but I love the NARS Dual Intensity Blush in Fervor and the Benefit Rockateur Cheek Powder. This Ellis Faas, it's like a cream eyeshadow, and the color was fine. I wasn't crazy about it. It creased really badly, and the sample, there was like hardly anything in it. I loved this foundation from Tarte. This is the water foundation. I have the color Light Sand. There just wasn't very much foundation in the little sample. I only got one use out of it, and then the sample packaging actually broke, which was irritating. And now I am just popping on some lashes. These are Ardell Demi Wispies. I love these ones because they add a nice bit of glamour, but they are also short enough that I can wear my glasses with them. So many of my false lashes I can't wear my glasses with, and it's really irritating. And this is Pure Miracle Mist Hydrating Spray. I absolutely love this stuff. And back to me posing and coughing. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This definitely will be my last So Choix unboxing. It wasn't even really an unboxing, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!